Hello BioNerds! In this video we are going to deal with the lighting of our time-lapse setup. So what we want to do is to turn on the light, take a picture and turn it off. We do this through a 5V relay which is connected to the GPIO pins of the Raspberry Pi and that we can control with a Python program. The setup that I'm building is to shoot the growth of bacteria, therefore I am using a light pad to light petri dishes from below. But annoyingly the light pad I use has an on-off touch button which prevents me from directly controlling it. In the first part of this video I'll show you how to go around this touch button to automatically power on and off the pad. And just for no reason, DIY music. The first step is to carefully detach the back panel on the light pad, so it's stuck with double tape, and with a sharp knife or a sharp tool you can carefully take off the back of the panel. Then you'll see a little chip where the touch button is connected, and you can see that there are two soldering points, and if I apply power to it you can see that the light pad turns on. So this is where we want to connect to power supply. So what we're going to do first is to carefully cut the wires and strip the tips. We're going to punch a little hole in the pad, and for this I use a useful trick where I flame a paper clip for a few seconds until it becomes red with heat, and then I poke through plastic which melts and make a nice neat hole. So you can repeat this several times if you want to make a bigger hole. Once this is done you can strip two Arduino wires or any kind of black and red wires and insert them through the hole that you just made. Then we're going to join the LED string wires and the Arduino wires and solder them together. Don't forget to protect your light pad while soldering, because some hot metal could drip and damage the pad if you don't protect it. Then we want to insulate with tape the tips that we just soldered. And we can remove the manufacturer double-sided tape. So once this is done we can stick the insulated wires that we just soldered in the small cavity that there is in the pad. It's also good to regularly check that your pad still lights up before you close everything. And if it does, add your own fresh double-sided tape, clean everything, put back the white sheath and then close with the back cover. And that's it, your light pad is ready. So in the second part of this video we're going to look at how to connect the Raspberry Pi to the light source through a 5V relay. Here we want to divert the circuit that powers the light pad so that the negative ends go through the relay. So the Raspberry Pi will open and close the relay to turn the light pad on and off. So what we're going to do first is to cut and strip the wires of the power supply. So then we're going to insert the negative end in the relay as shown on the previous diagram. And we're going to extend this negative end by plugging in the relay another black cable. Now we are also going to extend the positive end of the relay by soldering a red wire. Once this is done, we can simply connect the red and black cable straight into the light pad, and that's ready to go. And now I'm simply going to show you how to connect the pins of the Raspberry Pi to the entries of the 5V relay. The Python script that will shoot the time-lapse will control the relay through pin 11. It's important that you replicate the wiring correctly, so feel free to pause the video here to check out the diagram. The red wire connects pin 1 of the Raspberry Pi to the VCC end of the 5V relay. Pin 3 of the Raspberry Pi, which is a ground pin, connects the ground entry on the relay. And finally, the yellow wire connects pin 7 to the in entry of the relay. If you already have followed section 1 and 2 of the instructable, you can now connect the Pi camera to the Raspberry Pi and the power supply. After booting, your light pad should turn on, and your Raspberry Pi should start uploading pictures to the Google Drive.